You realize it's been years since we've got away just the two of us.
I know. I can't wait. Fancy hotel room, the big bed.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep our asses off.
You really think walking her is gonna help me meet girls?
Get over yourself. I whistled, you came running.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay, why are you arguing about this?
I'm just saying, if we fake got back together, that's totally not how it fake happened.
Oh. Okay. Whatever. Will you please just play along until my dad leaves?
Hold on, you actually want me to deceive your father with some sort of sham play acting and kissing?
Right. No, the only way you'd be able to save face is to double down.
So 140.
And then double again.
280?
And then, good news, not quite, double again. So, what do you say? We have a deal?
The article highlights 10 key episodes of The Big Bang Theory that are essential viewing for fans eager to watch the upcoming spin-off, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. This new series will follow the lives of Stuart, the comic book store owner, and his girlfriend Denise, who emerged as a surprisingly heartfelt couple in the show's final seasons. Stuart, often portrayed as a socially awkward, unlucky outsider, evolves significantly over the series, from his early loneliness and financial struggles to finding companionship and stability. Key episodes showcase Stuart's lows, like living in his comic book store or moving in with Howard's mother, and his attempts at social and romantic connection. His relationship with Denise begins when she is hired at the store and deepens through shared nerd culture, culminating in key moments like their date to Sheldon and Amy's wedding. The article emphasizes that these episodes provide both humor and emotional depth, serving as a perfect primer before diving into the spin-off, which promises to blend Stuart's vulnerability with comedic charm. 10 Essential Stuart and Denise The Big Bang Theory episodes to watch while waiting for their spin-off. The Big Bang Theory was about romance as much as friendship, and I'm excited about the upcoming spin-off, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, which will give more time to a surprising new couple in the last 2 seasons of the original show, comic book store owner Stuart and his girlfriend, Denise. Stuart was on the outskirts of the main characters in The Big Bang Theory, often in dire financial straits played for laughs. After so much hardship, it was nice to see Stuart meet Denise in season 11. Stuart and Denise are 2 of the Big Bang Theory characters returning for the spin-off, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, along with Caltech physicist Barry Kripke and geologist Bert Kibler. Stuart is finally ready to move in with Denise by the finale of The Big Bang Theory, which is a perfect ending that opens up new possibilities for their spin-off. Without knowing many plot details about Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, revisiting Stuart's lowest points before Denise and their relationship milestones in The Big Bang Theory is the perfect primer before their spin-off. We don't know much about Stuart's personal life before The Big Bang Theory Season 4, Episode 17. Only that he was a lonely comic book store owner with a crush on Penny and a surprising friendship with Wil Wheaton. Stuart's circumstances come into sharper focus when Sheldon invites him to be part of a new group of friends with Sheldon at the center instead of Leonard. Stuart reveals he is living in the comic book shop due to financial hardship, and he accepts Sheldon's invitation primarily for access to a hot shower. Despite the awkward setup, Stuart easily connects with the other invitees, Barry Kripke and Penny's ex-boyfriend, Zach Johnson. In fact, Stuart enthusiastically joins their karaoke session wearing only a towel, highlighting his quiet desperation as well as his willingness to find joy where he can. This episode makes me excited to see more of his friendship with Kripke, and hopefully Zach is one of the characters that can return in Stuart's spin-off. Although Stuart did have 2 unmemorable dates with Penny and 1 abbreviated date with Amy, he hadn't had much romantic luck by The Big Bang Theory Season 7. Stuart teams up with Raj, who also had bad luck with romantic relationships, to practice talking to regular people to build confidence before approaching attractive women. However, their plan quickly unravels as their anxiety and insecurity take over. Stuart and Raj spend the entire day rationalizing why they shouldn't talk to anyone. Stuart even jokingly suggests chatting with mannequins, but Raj thinks that they seem stuck up. The Big Bang Theory Season 7, Episode 12 highlights both Stuart and Raj's loneliness and their tendency to self-sabotage, blending awkward humor with quiet vulnerability. Stuart hits a devastating low when his comic book store burns down, compounding his long streak of bad luck. Now homeless and jobless, Stuart's misfortune unexpectedly leads to a new chapter when he moves in with Howard and Bernadette to care for Howard's difficult mother. Surprisingly, the two bond quickly, with Stuart affectionately calling her Debbie, and she dubbing him Stewie, forming a connection that unsettles Howard. But Stuart, for once finding stability and companionship, embraces the arrangement without shame. This marks a turning point for his character. Despite remaining socially awkward and often burdensome, Stuart becomes a semi-permanent fixture in Howard and Bernadette's home for the remainder of The Big Bang Theory, contributing to the household in both helpful and occasionally irritating ways. Stuart enlists Penny, Bernadette, and Amy to help make his comic book store more welcoming to women in The Big Bang Theory Season 7, Episode 24. His first attempts, like folding the toilet paper and including a section for breastfeeding mothers, highlight the real issue: Stuart himself. His awkwardness and nervous energy come across as creepy rather than charming, which Penny confirms with a number of candid online reviews. His awkwardness and nervous energy come across as creepy rather than charming, which Penny confirms with a number of candid online reviews. Stuart's comic book store enjoys a rare upswing in popularity in The Big Bang Theory Season 11, Episode 21, after a well-known sci-fi author tweets a glowing endorsement. Business is booming, so Stuart hires Denise as his new assistant manager. When Sheldon questions her comic book credentials, she impresses him immediately by recommending a specific volume that he's never even heard of based solely on the clues from his graphic t-shirt. It's a fun and satisfying moment that highlights her expertise and instantly earns Sheldon's respect. Denise's introduction brings fresh energy to the store and to Stuart's storyline. As a smart, passionate female comic book fan, Denise is a welcome if underrated character in The Big Bang Theory. This episode lays the groundwork for Denise's growing role in both the final season and the upcoming Stuart Fails to Save the Universe spin-off. In a rare and raw moment of honesty, Stuart acknowledges his desperation, loneliness, and disappointment with where his life has ended up. This vulnerability adds depth to a character usually played for laughs and makes his later relationship with Denise feel earned and poignant. As the focus of Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, it will be interesting to see how the show balances his emotional depth with the comedy fans expect, particularly in a shorter max season for the spin-off. Stuart and Denise's relationship takes a surprising turn in The Big Bang Theory Season 11, Episode 24, when Denise agrees to be Stuart's date to Sheldon and Amy's wedding, though she only accepts the invitation because Mark Hamill is officiating. However, during a lull before the ceremony, Hamill takes Star Wars questions, and Stuart confidently corrects Luke Skywalker himself on a minor detail. This moment impresses Denise, who sees Stuart in a new light, capable, passionate, and confident in his element. She liked him before, but this is the first time she feels a real spark of attraction. It's one of the Big Bang Theory episodes that will get you excited for Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. Denise and Stuart's shared love of nerd culture forms the heart of their connection and paves the way for a genuine relationship. Stuart and Denise have their first official